All right, y'all. We're going to get into this new marathon video, Marathon Developer Insights Runner Shells. Let's get into it.
Runner shells is what we're calling the bioprinted bodies that you, the runner, inhabit when you go down to Tau Ceti. Each of our launch shells is really an archetype of gameplay.
So abilities, passives, stat packages married to a very distinct silhouette that then players can look at, 50, 60 meters away and say, oh, I know what that is. I know what that player is capable of. And I can start to think about how to counteract it.
One of the things we really want to do from the build crafting side is making sure that we're providing people ingredients instead of giving them a recipe. Figuring out what you want for your build that is unique, and you do that across cores, you do that across implants, you do that across weapon mods. Cores are powerful standalone perks that can be used in combination with each other to shift the gameplay style of your runner kit. We also want to make sure that there are interesting combinations of things that work together, but they have hooks that go out into the other systems, so you can create this like crazy Rube Goldberg machine.
Depending on your playstyle, if you're like someone who hangs back and likes to snipe, you're someone who likes close quarters combat and you're going to rush in, you're going to want to cater the items that you're finding differently.
The idea there is have a broad spectrum that everyone can kind of find a little bit of a home to, and then we're going to build on top of that.
This is my dog right here, Destroyer.
Aggressive, brutal, whereas a modified, futuristic version of
Just a quick pause. The most amount I can say, since I am under NDA, is that I have played the alpha testing. I have participated, and that's about it. We'll continue.
the Mjolnir armor from the original trilogy.
The shell is designed to get into the fight as fast as possible and stay there. It comes equipped with thrusters on its legs that let it sprint faster, or you can use them for a quick lateral evade.
A riot barricade so that they can generate presence and they can generate almost like
Yes,
aggro
bro. Yes.
for their team.
Prime ability is Search and Destroy, which activates shoulder-mounted missile pods that fire heat-seeking missiles.
They have a way to lock down targets over sustained fire, which immobilizes them and allows your team to follow up.
Our Assassin Shell is built for players that like to play slow and quiet. It's very much a classic, backline infiltrator. It has a dive ability that can be used to negate fall damage from any height.
Their tactical ability is invisibility. You pull this shroud of invis over yourself. You can sprint during it, you can mantle during it, but the faster you move, the more visible you're gonna become. And if you take any actions, heal, shoot, get shot, you'll reveal yourself for a short duration. Their prime ability sends out this disc. It creates this plumes of smoke that you can enter into, and then when combined with their passive shroud, they go invisible when they enter smoke. The whole thing here is be invisible, be sneaky, and then enshroud the world in smoke.
Originally, Recon was called internally Fun Police. That really is the core kind of fantasy. It's about hunting people down. It's about playing detective. If you want to find all the assassin shells on the map, Recon is the shell you want to use. It comes with a tracker drone that you can toss out a little spider friend that crawls along the ground and will track towards enemies and explode. And that explosion overheats the target.
They can't move, they can't sprint, they're taking tick damage, and they help you lock down a target so you can pursue them. And for their prime, Recon has this really awesome helmet that splits open and they tap in these cool key codes. It opens up and pulses and it sends out this wave that detects both AI and players and marks them for you.
And when you break the shield of somebody as a Recon shell, they leave holographic footprints behind. So even if they run away, you can follow that trail and they'll lead right to them.
What?
And then finally awareness, where if you get pinged, it'll actually tell you that someone sees you. You won't know where, but you'll be able to be on high alert that somebody saw you and has marked you.
Vandal, okay.
Vandal is our shell that is, just by its very nature, more agile than our other shells. It has microjets that let it do a double jump. It has a power slide that goes much further than our normal sprint slide.
Their prime overloads their movement system so they can commit and chain all those actions together. They're about getting in and out, causing chaos.
The arm cannon for Vandal unfolds, and you find a big-ass gun barrel inside. You can use it to knock people out of cover. You can use it to knock people off of buildings, which is way more fun than knocking them out of cover.
The number of times we've knocked people off of field maintenance is like, this is a great thing.
Marathon is a game that is all about finding the best stuff on the map. So we felt like we needed to have a shell that was sort of built for the loot goblin fantasy. That is Thief to a T. Thief's trade ability is X-ray visor, where you flip down your visor, you can see containers through walls, you can see enemies that are within line of sight.
Their prime is pickpocket drone, where they deploy this like elegant origami mechanicalized butterfly. It has like a mechanical whip that it can send out, and that knocks loot out of both players and AI, and then it can suck that loot back up with the same whip. Or you can use it for recon. You
What?
can fly around, you can ping, those pings are shared to your squad.
The Thief shell also has a built-in grappling device that is embedded right in the forearm. You shoot out a dart. Mid-flight, it unfolds into this propeller that pulls you along, and you can swing away to safety.
Okay.
Charge rate for their grapple, and their base handling and stats will go up as you fill the backpack. So the idea is to become a loot goblin, right? Steal as much as you can and get out.
The Triage shell is our shell for support players. If you want to keep your allies kicking so they can kick back, we have Triage for you.
They're equipped with these awesome like capacitive gauntlets where you activate them and then you can overcharge them and send out these tendrils that then like shock you back to life. Their tactical ability, they actually have these giant drones attached to the legs, and they pull them out, and it's a little buddy, he's got a little face, and you give him a high five and send him on his way, and he'll come and hover over your shoulder and provide you with shields and health.
Triage is really a combat medic, so we knew we needed to give it an ability that was useful for firefights.
They've got two traits. The first one is a trait ability called Battery Overcharge, where they overcharge their capacitive gauntlets, which makes their weapons performance better. And if you're using battery weapons specifically, breaking shields will EMP targets, and that becomes an on-ramp to like a whole new layer of build crafting. And then they have the second trait, Shareware, which is really cool, which is any buddies that have medi drones on them, any consumable you use will get like copied to them. So you kind of almost are this like battle medic that's like constantly running triage on your team.
Sometimes you just want to take a breather after a bunch of runs and just kind of go on a run to just see what happens. And Rook is really fun for that.
Picking Rook automatically opts you into queuing in solo. You're able to enter into a match in progress, and you're given a starting kit. You're not allowed to bring anything in. That's almost to your advantage because you risk nothing, and anything you take out is yours to keep.
Instead of focusing on like progression and questing and things of that sort, it's a mode where we make it easy for you to just kind of drop into a match that's in progress and run about and try to scavenge as much as possible and get out with it so that you can populate your vault a little bit more for future runs.
Rook has a tactical ability that lets it blend in with UESC forces. So you activate it, a little mask appears over your face, and you are not perceived by the UESC as hostile. This lets you kind of get in, grab a little bit of loot, and then bail.
One of the things that I've really enjoyed about Rook is the added tension. Midway through a session, even though you've known like a few crews got taken out, or maybe you've taken out crews yourself, you don't know how many new players get injected through Rook.
Ultimately, Rook is a morality test, so you have a couple of options when you see a Rook. Either you're a decent person and you drop them a piece of loot and let them be on their merry way, or you are a monster and you blast them in the face. And I'm not
Gotta
gonna
be
say
a
which one
monster.
I am.
You probably got some good loot on you, boy.
I blast a lot of Rooks.
Exactly. You probably got some good stuff on you, gang. I'm gonna need that. March 2026. Okay. Let's talk about it. Okay, so like the main things I really do, there's a lot to talk. There's quite a few things to talk about from this video. The one thing that I actually noticed after watching this video that I really do like is that there are runner shells for every scenario. So it's like they synergize. Like all these runner shells can synergize in a team of 3. You know what I mean? No matter which runner shells you're using, unless you're triple stacking like the same runner, then all of you are just running the same runner. But like it could be any combination of 3, and you all will synergize well. The one thing that I noticed, it was with not Destroyer, it was with Assassin. This. Hold on, let's see what he says.
Of smoke that you can enter into, and then when combined with their passive shroud, they go invisible when they enter smoke.
So if you notice that shroud was a little bit darker than whatever this smoke is, I'm assuming that it's from it's either a smoke grenade, it's either a normal smoke grenade, and then Shroud is using his ability to make himself invisible. Yes, you are invisible, like, you know what I mean, from what they said. But anybody who pays attention or whatever is gonna notice that Assassin is not going to use that for no reason. You know what I mean? To kind of like throw somebody off. Typically, if you throw a smoke grenade in any kind of game that has them, you use it to throw off. Sometimes, like I'd say 70% of the time, you use a normal smoke grenade to throw off your enemy, because if they see a smoke going up, they know that you're trying to conceal your movement, so they'll probably pay attention to where the smoke is at. But Assassin's Shroud, it's darker. It's darker than a normal. Let me see if I can slow it down. See, you see how much darker it is? It's like a dark gray, and then that's a normal smoke grenade right there. That's a normal one. It's just like a cloudy, like a little bit darker shade than white. So you'll know that there is an assassin in that smoke. It's like, yeah, it could get you out of somewhere, but at the same time, anybody who's paying attention is gonna know that, hey, he's in there. He's trying to hide. Let's all gun for that spot. So it takes a little bit of tact, a little bit of grit or whatever to use something like that. But I can see where they're going. But for Destroyer, let's go to Destroyer real quick. Now this is my guy. This was my guy right here. There was this ability that they were showcasing about him having like increased movement speed with his shield. Let's see if they show it. See that, like, that's the normal speed. That's the normal speed. He is just walking straight forward. But you see how he has those thrusters on his feet now. Whenever he's using his barricade, and how he can sprint. Ah, here we go. Right there. Here we go. Right here. You see how he has these thrusters now? And he's in a full sprint. Like he's pushing. He's pushing with this. Usually you wasn't pushing nothing. You wasn't pushing anything with that. You know? It was more like a self-defense kind of thing. It wasn't really it wasn't like an aggressive play. You know what I mean? Aggressive set of tech that you could use to push somebody with it. It was more just to kind of like keep a couple bullets from hitting you. But I do like that. I do like that. I don't know if it was available when I played, but teach its own. Let's look at this Graceful Landings V5. It's a prestige implant. Deal damage to nearby hostiles after a long fall. I wonder if you take... Yeah, you do take fall damage. So I wonder if this automatically just gets rid of fall damage. If there's like some kind of like stat or like perk or whatever, like if you have this, like if you have this equipped or whatever, you no longer take fall damage. Because like this really wouldn't, unless there's like another implant that you could use alongside this to where you don't take fall damage, which would be kind of weird to just have 2 implant spots taken up by something that's just based off fall damage. That's situational. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be walking around the map or whatever looking who you could just jump on. You know what I mean? But it's cool. It's cool. Okay. I rock with it. That's pretty cool. The whole using whatever ability, I think that was for, who was that for? Recon? I think it was for recon. Let's see. No, it was for Vandal, but we'll get to Vandal here in a second. Recon. Yeah, I do like recon. So far, all the runner shells, I really like them. I really like all these runner shells. They're awesome, pretty cool. I think so far, I guess like my least played will definitely be recon because it's not my play style, but I could see you could definitely find out the assassins and the people who like to hide and be rats. Oh yeah. Rat be gone. Rats be gone. That's exactly what this runner shell is. Rats be gone. Just scouting out, nothing too crazy. Vandal seemed cool. I guess like the main thing, the tech with that. I don't know if you have to charge that. I've seen maybe you could just hold it. I don't think you have to charge it up because he just shot it right here. Like he just pressed it and it just fired. I don't think you have to hold it. I think you just hold it or whatever to kind of like prep it. Just cool. That's cool. It was interesting. I like it. I like it a lot. Knock somebody off of a building. Knock somebody out of a extraction point. Right? We all thinking the same things. You're not extracting on my watch, buddy. And the crazy thing, now that I thought about it, the crazy thing about this, right, is that you don't even have to be anywhere close because I don't think there's a fall off. I don't think there's a fall off for that projectile. I think it just travels straight forward. It may have. It may have a little bit of, I don't know. But it doesn't seem like it has any crazy amount of fall off. So you could be nowhere near an extraction point. And if you hear a team or you're running solo and you hear somebody activate the extraction point and you want them to get away from the extraction point, you could just pick a spot that has like a good line of sight and you could just fire it. You could just fire it right before, like, you're guessing to see how long the timer is, but like you can shoot them out of the extraction point to where they don't extract. Thief was okay, I guess. Thief was all right. Reminds me of Loba from Apex Legends, if y'all played Apex. And just seeing where all the loot is and everything. This is what I meant by like a lot of these runners can synergize with either solo play or trios. Because if you're playing by yourself and you just want to get in, look, you just want to get in, you want to get after it, you just want to get some loot and get the hell up out of there. You can either play as Rook and go into other active lobbies or whatever and pick up what they got, or you could play as what's the name of this daggone Thief. You could play as Thief and you can go into a fresh lobby and maybe you have like some kind of like key cards or something like that on you to get into these doors, or you got a lot of access keys or whatever it is that they have available to get you into locked rooms. You know what I mean? You can already see what's in there because we all know like how extractor shooters work. If you played Arc Raiders or X, Y, and Z, sometimes if you open up a door that has like a key that you need a key to open it up, and sometimes it ain't got nothing worth in there, but I could see that the different rarities, because that's purple, that's blue, this is like a green or yellow. I think that's the same color. It's like a green or yellow. You can see the rarity. You can also see the rarity of what you'll be opening. So you could just use your special ability and you could see what's in here already. If ain't nothing in there, if you see, oh man, they're all blue. Maybe the container that you're looking for is yellow. Maybe this is worth opening. Maybe it's not. You just run back to the extraction and leave. Just bring a free kit in or something like that. Bring like one weapon and a few shields and some health and whatever it is you need to open these rooms. If it ain't got what you looking for from just using your special ability, just get the hell out. Fire it up again. But this is pretty cool, especially if you're running in teams too. I used to play as Loba, and I can't remember the name of the guy from Apex. Crypto is his name. Crypto and Loba were the two characters that I played as the most in Apex Legends. Sometimes the dude with the grenades, whatever his name was, I can't remember his name. But yeah, this seems cheeky. I'm not gonna lie. I don't necessarily like this. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like this, at all. And it's not because it's unfair or anything like that. I just don't. That's great tech. That's pretty cool. I did like the whole grappling hook thing. That you can grapple, literally you can just grapple on anything. You don't have to grapple onto a wall or nothing. You can just aim and just fire. But this no. And I'm not saying I don't. It's like I said, I'm not saying I don't like it because I think it's bad, but maybe because I just don't see why you would use this. You know what I mean? You could just go if you're cherry picking loot off of somebody, and I'm pretty sure I don't think they would make it to where it's just random what you get. I'm pretty sure because let's say if you have a legendary item or whatever in your bag, and this little knucklehead comes and picks it from you. This has to be loud. It has to be insanely loud. There's no way this thing could be flying around, picking and scavenging for loot or whatever, and you not find it. You not hear it. This thing has to be loud, and it has to have a short range. You know what I mean? This thing, it's not like you can be inside one of these buildings and you just go fly off or whatever. To you fly away 100 meters or whatever, and it still be good. This thing has to have a short range. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. You know what I mean? But I just don't see why you would use this when you could just go kill the person. You could just go kill these people. I don't get it. Y'all know what I mean though? Y'all know what I mean? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know, because it's probably loud. There's noise. It makes a lot of noise, so you could easily hear it. Nobody's fault, bro. I guarantee you the amount of times people are going to probably use that in the game and it not go in their favor, it's probably going to be more often than not. Especially for a game like Marathon where sounds mean everything. A person like me, attention to detail, I listen to everything. When I play with Arc Raiders with my boys, I don't play it as much as I did when I first got it. But it's just I pay attention to everything. If there is a door open in a location that we go to, I call it out. Somebody's been here. Either somebody's been here or somebody is here. That door is open. You know what I mean? I hear footsteps, X, Y, and Z. You know? A game like Marathon sound like they said it. They said it in the Vidoc. Literally, every sound has something that every sound in the game plays an important role to your survival. So it's just I don't know. I don't know how I'm a bit indifferent. I'll try it out, Thief. It's not like I'm not gonna play it, but the main one I will play is Destroyer though. What's this? Triage. Triage seems really, really cool. Triage seems really, really cool. Low key, I wasn't even paying much attention to what his abilities are. I know this. Are these enemies? No, one of them was an ally and another one was an enemy. Y'all saw that? Red, I'm guessing means enemy. This green shield here means revive. So this is an enemy player, and this is an ally, and he can use both at the same time. He can revive and down. I don't know how much damage this does. I don't know how weak this person is, because you know how game trailers be. You use it in game or whatever. You're like, dang, we just realized that this ability don't really do too much damage. This dude you have to be really, really weak, because I guarantee you, unless this is an ultimate ability, You know, if this is like an ultimate ability, okay, I could probably see it taking out a solid amount of your health and shields, possibly even one-shotting you. Because if this revives this person, you saw how he went down right there. He went down, he got up. I don't know how much health that I don't know if that's supposed to bring you back to full health, or at least bring you back to enough health and shields or whatever to where you can fight. You feel comfortable in a fight. And maybe too, if you fire two at one person that's full health and shields, it'll down them. Ooh. But like, let's say if you have like max, like if you have like high level shields and everything, will that still down you though? I don't know. We got to try it out. But I would assume that if you were downed and he fired both of those things at you, it will bring you back full health and full shields. Full health and full shields. What else they had in there? Oh yeah, the mimicking of your meds in your bag reminds me of what's old girl's name from Apex. Dang, I'm starting to realize inspiration from Apex. Okay, I can't remember her name. I'm not looking it up again. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Black girl, Haitian girl, the medic. You got the little buddy right here just healing you. Did they say whether or not this consumes, or does it just copy? Let's see.
So you kind of almost are this like battle medic that's like constantly running triage to them. So you kind of medi drones on them. Any consumable you use will get like copied to them. So you kind of almost are this like battle medic that's like constantly running triage.
Okay, so you have to use whatever meds you want this drone to use. That drone getting shot. That drone is getting shot. This drone right here.
Copied to them. So you.
This drone, as soon as somebody sees it, that drone is right there. It's getting shot. This will not live. Now, obviously, we get it. We're not in a constant state of turmoil and chaos and war, to where like you can there will be times where you're just running with your team and like you either probably just got out of a fight or something like that, or you're probably about to get into another one. And this is cool to use. This is really good to use because this is subtle. This is subtle, and this doesn't really have too much of like this isn't too what's that what's the word I'm looking for? It's not out there like that. Like you'll see it, but like it's not enough for you to be like, I'm gonna shoot it. You know what I mean? Like you could do enough damage to somebody to down them without shooting this. But if I was petty, if I wanted to be real petty and I wanted to, and like I was playing with two other people, I was playing with my boys or something like that, and then we were trying to kill you, this is getting shot instantly. I'm not even worried about you because you're probably gonna be hiding behind cover. But this, on the other hand, this is getting shot instantly.
Kind of almost are this like battle medic that's like constantly running triage on your team.
Okay. And then Rook, poor Rook.
Sometimes you just want to take a breather after a bunch of runs and just kind of go on a run to just see what happens. And Rook is really fun for that.
Picking Rook automatically opts you into queuing in solo.
Look, I'm sorry. My Rook guys, I'll probably even play Rook. Why not? But I know what to expect. I'm gonna be getting bodied by every single team that sees me. It's gonna happen. I'm not even trying to be toxic about it. I'm not even trying to be toxic about it. But we know what goes on in extraction shooters. You got the loot on you, bro. I'm sorry, bro, but you're gonna have to part ways with it. Yeah. It's going to a good cause.
Able to enter into a match in progress. And
it's going to a good cause, man. It's going to my pockets. It's going right into my vault.
Focusing on like progression and questing and things of that sort, it's a mode where we make it easy for you to just kind of drop into a match that's in progress and run about and try to scavenge as much as possible and get out with it so that you can populate your vault a little bit more for future runs.
Rook has a tactical ability that lets it blend in with UESC forces. So you activate it, a little mask appears over your face, and you are not perceived by the UESC as hostile. This lets you kind of get in, grab a little bit of loot, and then bail.
One of the things that I've really enjoyed about Rook,
You know, I wasn't paying attention to that when I first watched this. I don't even know how I skipped that. That's pretty cool. Okay. That'll definitely help. That'll definitely help with it, especially with extracting. If you're extracting or whatever, and like okay, I can't say that, but it helps.
is the added tension. Midway through a session, even though you've known like a few crews got taken out, or maybe you've taken out crews yourself, you don't know how many new players get injected through Rook.
Ultimately, Rook is a
Almost let
morality
it slip,
test,
y'all.
so
Almost let it slip.
You have a couple of options.
Don't look at me crazy.
Either you're a decent person and you drop them a piece of
Yeah,
loot.
he's getting fried. He's getting cooked. He's getting cooked. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know who's going to be this person. I don't know who's going to be this person right here, but you are getting dominated in every single aspect that you could possibly think of. You are getting dominated, thrashed and plowed. Yes, sir. Give me the loot. You got it, and I want it. I'm sorry. You got it, and I want it.
Or you are
Look. Look how so unsure of himself he was right here.
very way.
Look. Look. This is a bad spot. This is a bad spot to be in. It's a bad spot. This is a very bad spot to be in. God, bro. Like, this is just think about it, bro. Just think about it. Like, yeah, like, you gonna have some successful runs as Rook. You gonna have some good ones. You gonna get to the loot. You gonna get to the loot. But just knowing the nature of how Rook is played, and I'm pretty sure they said, you know what? I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. But Rook is cool. Rook, he's cool. He's cool. He's gonna be a pretty clutch guy. But you're not gonna meet any sweats playing Rook. It's gonna be a lot of humble people just trying to get the loot, and that's the thing. That's why they said this. Look, this is why they said this in the beginning. Look.
You're a decent person and you drop.
Look, what'd he say? Go back.
Either you're a decent person and you drop them a piece of loot and let them be on their merry way, or you are a monster and you blast them in the face. And I'm not gonna say which one I am.
I will. I'm going to kill you. Do not play Rook. Like, obviously, like, it's like the gaming world is a big space, but just know, if I see you at Rook specifically, you getting bodied, man. You getting bodied. Like, if I get it, like, it's a big gaming world, but like these guys, Rooks, right? Their goal is to get in, get loot, and get out. You see a Rook, what you gonna do? You gonna leave him alone? Look at that. Look at how menacing that looks. Oh my God. Look at that, bruh. You can't tell me that these dudes are gonna have a high life expectancy rate. These dudes are gonna get killed a lot. They're gonna get killed a lot. The people you are going to meet aren't, like I said, aren't sweats. These are gonna be people who are genuine people who are just trying to get some loot and get out. You know, that's all I'm gonna say.
I blast a lot of Rooks.
Look, bro. Look at this. Just look at the flowers, man. Just look at the flowers. Just look at the flowers, bro. Just think nice things, bro. Just think nice things. It's gonna be all over soon. That pistol you got on your back, yeah, I'm gonna need that, bro. I need all that. But yeah, it's It looks good. It looks good. I can't wait for this game to come out. I really can't. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings today's video to a close. If you enjoyed it, ensure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below. All right. Love y'all. See you in the next one.